had a homegirl, right? We're not homies anymore, but she had an encounter with a guy, right? She was on him, she hella liked him, whatever. She called me the next day. She was like, yeah, we did whoop whoop. And I was like, cool, right? So a year or so passes, she meets a guy that she's really serious with, right? And then she's like, so I was thinking about that one guy I was with, and I think he raped me. Oh, I can't say that. Great. Bust it out because then it'll demonetize you. And I was like, you totally wanted him. You totally called me. You totally told me all the details. Yeah, like, damn. What do you mean right now? But I think it was like the shame attached to the fact that, because it was just like a one night stand. It wasn't nothing serious with homie, right? Yeah. The shame that I think she felt that she allowed herself to go there. And then when she met a serious guy, I think to herself, she was trying to make it seem like he overstepped or whatever. But he was like way tossed and she wasn't way tossed. Like she was fine, right? I think about shit like that. And I'm like, God forbid my sons were to have an encounter with a girl. She fully is, fine with things. And then months later is like, the shame that I feel is uncomfortable. So I'm just going to say that you took advantage of me. Hell no.
That ain't right. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Nah. Nope. Hell nah. Nope. Nope.
I beg your pardon.
Hell no. I don't care. 3 strikes, you're out. Get that nigga out the game. Body bag. Throw him away in the dumpster. No. I don't care. See, this is... Bro. Hell no. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is the accountability that I talk about. Mind you. So let's play this back. So that way we understand. What's being said here. So nobody gets anything misconstrued on what's being said.
Things have happened to young boys that they've had to suffer in silence about because that same.
But I was, what am I going to do?
Watch this.
Yeah.
But deep down, you're like, oh, really? No. And then no, but no's no. And like, you know what I'm saying? You almost are like trying to like convince her almost to not. And then it's like, no, no's no.
Yeah, that's called coercion.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I had a homegirl, right? We're not homies anymore, but she had an encounter with a guy, right? She was on him. She hella liked him, whatever. She called me the next day. She was like, yeah.
She was on him. She hella liked him. All right. She was on him. She hella liked him. She was choosing.
We did whoop whoop.
She busted open for a real one. We got the facts. All right.
And I was like, cool, right? So a year or so passes, she meets a guy that she's really serious with, right? And then she's like, so I was thinking about that one guy I was with, and I think he raped me. Oh, I can't say that. Great. Bust it out because then it'll demonetize you. And I was like, you totally wanted him. You totally called me. You totally told me all the details. Yeah, like, damn. What do you mean right now? But I think it was like the shame attached to the fact that, because it was just like a one night stand. It wasn't nothing serious with homie, right?
Yeah.
The shame that I think she felt that she allowed herself to go there. And then when she met a serious guy, I think to herself, she was trying to make it seem like he overstepped or whatever. But he was like way tossed.
So I wanna pinpoint something here. Now, we don't know what this woman right here said. We don't know what she said to her friend, right? Meaning that conversation. Did she say, girl, no, hold yourself accountable. You did what you did. Own that shit. It is what it is. That shit was in the past. That happened a long time ago. Don't go and fuck up that man's life. Did she tell him that? That's the question that we need to know. I didn't hear it. But first and foremost, let me address the men. Fam, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for men to get a woman, especially, because a lot of men are invisible to women. Even if you are a mildly attractive guy, even if you are a decent looking guy, a lot of times you are invisible to women. Because they are holier than thou. A lot of men try to talk to them, in their DM. before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. You know, trying to holler at them, cat calling, all this different shit. So they eyes like this, tunnel vision, straight in here. Unless you just some extraordinary ass dude, you know, you just stand out amongst the rest. You are men of men. You are just him. You feel me? Like me. But no, I'm just kidding. But you're just one of them ones, right? And so because you're invisible to women, and this is what ladies don't understand. When a woman shows attraction towards you, a lot of men are gonna jump on it. Not 100%, but I can guarantee the majority of men would jump on it. If any woman shows any sort of interest towards him, he would jump on it 1000%. And so with that, you have to be careful as men. You have to be careful. Like literally, you have to get you damn near to the point where you always have to record this chick. Like, hey, I need your consent to let me know, hey, it's cool. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna lay down. I need your consent. I need you to record your mouth saying, look, I consent to this shit. I consent because I don't want you coming back 2, 3, 4, 5 years later because now you feel some type of way or you done got some healing and now all of a sudden you want to come back and try to pin me for some bullshit that we both agreed to. Now you're gonna try to fuck up my life and everything that I got going on. No, we ain't doing that. So I just say, fellas, be careful out here. Don't be so aggressive. Don't be overly aggressive with these women. Play your shit cool. Nigga, if you got to get the little mini camera to make sure that you keep yourself safe, do what you got to do, bro. To make sure you don't get caught in that situation, especially when you start to become bigger, when you start to get to a bigger bag, you start to make a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? You got your nice car, you know what I'm saying? You dress nice, you smelling good, you feeling good, you getting in the gym, you doing all these different things, bro, and you looking better than most men. And a lot of women want that. You have to make sure you be on your P's and Q's, homie. You gotta be on your P's and Q's, big dog. And so that's one. That's one. 2, ladies, own your shit. If you would stop pocketing it for that one day, you saw this dude that you were truly attracted to, you wanted him to buzz you down, you wanted him to bend your back. Hey, own it. It is what it is, bro. If you decided that day you wanted to be a hoe, it is what it is. That was you. You made that choice. You decided to make that choice because what y'all don't understand is that y'all fuck up people's lives, bro. Because now all of a sudden you got to change your heart because now you go down the road. Now you got this guy that you are interested in and you got this individual like, oh, well, I don't want him to make me seem like I'm a hoe. So I'm going to say that he took advantage of me. No, he didn't. You approached him. You liked him. He liked you. You guys did what you had to do. He busted down on you. You know what I'm saying? He slid you out a little bit. It is what it is. You enjoyed it. You were laughing. You was in there, calling him daddy and everything. Now all of a sudden you want to come back a year later because you got some healing done, or you got some trauma or some shit you felt triggered about. So now all of a sudden he SA'd you. Nope. Stand 10 toes on your shit and hold your responsibility like a woman. Put your big girl pants on and like, you know what? That was me. I had my situation. I did what I did. That's on me. That's on me. They said the problem is there was a law passed in early 2000 that says you can't give consent if you are under the influence. So wine or hard liquor can get you in the mood to smash. But the law says no, the regret comes in the next day. That's cool. That's cool. But that is perfectly fine. But that also says, but there's ways around that. You just don't drink around them. Just don't drink around them. If you are under the influence as a man, cool. You might be solid rock statue, ready to go. That's when you're gonna have to be in your right mind. You're gonna have to sober up quick and be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Because I don't want no situation. I don't want nothing falling back up on me. Because now you in this drunk state. You had some liquor. Now all of a sudden you feeling some type of way. But now after you talking about, oh no, you took it back. No, I didn't. I sure did not. I didn't do none of the above. No, you ain't finna get me. Not today, Satan. I need you sober. I need to see if you still rocking with me that same day. I need to see if you still rocking with me after the liquor, after you sober up from that liquor. And then if we decide to do something, I still need your recording that's saying that you consent to it. That's what they're gonna have to do. That's what they're gonna have to do to mitigate any of that situation, because that's bullshit. And I think there needs to be a law passed to where, like, look, if you decided to do something, and bust it down, because mind you, she approached him. Her story says that the girl approached him. He didn't approach her. And then she called her friend saying that they did X, Y, and Z. They had fun. She enjoyed it. But this is where I need the women. This is the time for women to then have the sister code by holding their friend accountable. Hey, you did what you did. Why are you going to try to fuck up that man's life? Nope. Sit on that shit. Stand 10 toes on that shit and let it be. He bust you down. You know, you were a thought for a day. Cool. Move on. You have any babies? Any diseases? No? All right, cool. You good then. Move on. You don't even got to mention it to the new guy. Just keep it pushing.
And she wasn't way tossed. Like, she was fine,
Yeah.
right? I think about shit.
She wasn't, and like she said, she wasn't drunk. She wasn't drunk like that. She was straight.
Like that. And I'm like, God forbid my sons were to have an encounter with a girl. She fully is, fine with things.
Mhm.
And then months later is like, the shame that I feel is uncomfortable. So I'm just going to say that you took advantage of me. Hell no.
That ain't right. Yeah. That's taking
because that
responsibility.
shit is common.
Yeah.
It is.
That shit is
That
very
shit happened
common.
to me. That shit happened to me. And then fucking
Talk your truth, baby.
months later, the same thing tried to happen. I didn't say this, say that.
Hell no.
I'm like you said, I was fucking butt skunk drunk. I don't know what the fuck you were on. You didn't seem that drunk. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and those kinds of allegations, like,
It's hella serious.
And I'm sorry too, bro. There needs to be a lot. If both of them are drunk, then that case get thrown out. That case should get thrown out regardless. If she tried to bring it up, well, I was intoxicated. Well, he was too. Case thrown out. So now both of you are just having unconsensual sex. You doing it with him, he ain't consent to it, and he doing it with you, and ain't consent to it. So therefore, it cancels out. Keep it moving. Try again next time. And for real.
Serious.
bro, that shit
fucks
with someone's life, career, reputation, everything.
Oh yeah,
everything. And being someone who that happened to me when I was 13, like, that's not something you fucking play about.
Exactly.
That shit has real repercussions. There's real scars. There are real things that I've had to work through to overcome, intimacy to just overcome.
And that's my thing. And that's my biggest point. That is my biggest point. A lot of these women crying wolf, talking about, oh, he did this to me, this, that, and the third, when it really wasn't like that, because you feel shame or you felt embarrassed about what you did, not because, for whatever reason now, or you got post-nut clarity, whatever it may be. No, you got to stand on that. Because there are real victims out here, dog. There are real women out here who are getting essayed, like, legitly, though. Legitly. We're not talking about some dude say some shit. Hey, man, I think you're attractive. Oh, he essayed me. Nope. We talking about real situations out here where women are actually out here being great. And they're going through it and they got to suffer through that shit. But because you want to be able to slut it out and then not be judged for it. Nah, it don't work like that. Stand on it. Like, yep, I sure did. I busted open for a real one. Keep it moving. Move on with your life. Don't nobody care for real, for real. Keep it moving. Because there are real victims out there who are going through real struggles, who really trying to report this shit to the police, but police don't believe this shit because you got so many people calling this shit in and it really ain't nothing. And y'all fucking it up for the real victims. So nah, I agree with her. I agree with her on that. Nope. I hope she held her friend accountable though. I do hope she did that.
Anxiety and parenting, like all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I busted it open one night, I regret it now, you know, to evade responsibility. I'm gonna whatever. Hell no.
And like you said, it's evading responsibility. The shame forces them to try to cope with it however they can.
Make themselves feel better in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
It's too common than not nowadays too, because you see all these fucking cases and they're getting braided out for all this shit. So like you said, oh, the shame's too much. Fuck it, let me get a bag. Let me go say this.
You know what I'm saying? Now look at the shit that happened with Shannon Sharp. Look at the shit that's happening to Tyler Perry. Look at the shit that was gonna happen with Joy Taylor and at the what was it at FS1. Look at that shit. What she said, and this shorty still got a podcast today, and she said it, and it's in the documentation that she said that she was gonna lie. She was gonna lie and say that she was SA, bro, for real, and she still got a job. When the shit came out about Shannon Sharp, immediately he was gone. He was gone. All sponsorships out the door. Immediately after the shit aired. That's crazy to me. That is crazy.
Say that. It's like,
yep.
Why?
We talked about it in even a previous podcast. There was like NCAA athletes who've lost their professional career.
Well, same thing that happened to the Duke players when a girl lied on them, saying that she was great by them. Come to find out she lied. Fucked up their entire career. All of her lied because she felt embarrassed. Because she had the post-nuclear or whatever it was. Now all of a sudden, oh, well, I didn't do it. Nah, nope. You lying? Bet you need to serve the same time that they were gonna serve. If they were found guilty, you need to serve that same time.
Because of lies.
Yeah.
And he came back, the case was over too late. At that point, he's, 28, 29.
He's they don't want him no more. Whatever maybe.
They don't want him no more.
Yeah.
He had to do time that he didn't even, for something he didn't do.
Or even the Weinstein shit, right? That was like have you guys gone down the rabbit hole with that?
Not deep, but
okay. So it on the outside looking in, right? If you look at just social media and the testimonies, whatever, it looks like, damn, this guy really took advantage of a lot of, actresses that were up and coming. But these actresses that testified, right, were asked to describe what his genitalia looked like. He had gotten gangrene on his balls years ago, so he doesn't have nuts. All of them, their testimonies were false because they described his genitalia as like, yeah, well, he has nuts and he has his penis and this, that.
See what I'm saying? Up here just lying on people to try to get a bag. Lying on people to try to get a bag. Same shit they try to do with Jay-Z. See what I'm saying? Nope. Don't believe it. And this is why I say you can't sit up and believe people just because they said, nope, I need the facts. I need the evidence. I need you to show me. I need you to prove to me that this actually happened, because I'm not going to believe you right out the gate. I'm not going to jump off the porch and just straight believe you. It ain't happening, big dog. We don't do that around here. Absolutely not. Because there's real victims out here. Nope. Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that notification bell.